Hi there, in this video we're going to demonstrate how to create custom widgets in ETNA Trader. Our platform offers a rich selection of different trading widgets for placing orders, analyzing charts, tracking profit and loss on your positions, and so on. But of course every broker has their own unique requirements, and sometimes they would like to extend the existing functionality by adding their own widgets. For example, you might want to add a widget that displays analytics on specific securities. Alternatively, you can create custom widgets for marketing purposes. Perhaps you would like to run some holiday special for your traders, or maybe you would like to offer them some new plan. You can do that by creating and designing a custom widget. And for this purpose, ETNA Trader offers a powerful widget designer that enables brokers to create custom widgets using HTML and JavaScript. Alright, now let's go to ETNA Trader and see how you can actually create a sample widget. Let's add a widget called System Widgets. And basically, this widget displays all of our custom widgets. Let's click Add a Widget. And this will bring up a window where we can configure our custom widget. First, we specify the name of the widget. And down below we have two text fields. The first one is called Widget Markup. And this is where we put our HTML. In this example, we're not going to do anything super complicated. We will simply add a text field where traders can specify a ticker symbol of the security that they would like to trade, and next to it there's going to be a button called Place. And if this button is pressed, the Place Order function will be called, and this function will be implemented in the script text field. Essentially, here we're going to purchase 10 stocks. We're going to configure a dictionary with all of the orders parameters. And finally, we're going to leverage another piece of our internal functionality, which is responsible for sending API requests. Here we're going to convert our dictionary into JSON and send it to our order placement endpoint. And finally, we can configure the refresh timeout. This is useful for something like iframe, in which case we need to refresh the information every 5 seconds or so, but here we're simply specifying the ticker symbol of the security, so we don't really need to refresh anything here. Let's leave it at 0 and click OK. Alright, and here we have our new widget, Stock Purchaser. Of course, by default, this widget is not available to any of our traders yet, so we have to manually add it to all of our user groups. Let's add a widget called User Groups. Let's select the default group. Let's navigate to Widgets. In the right column, we have the widgets that are already available to our traders. And in the left column, we have the widgets that are not currently available to them. So let's add it. And now let's click OK. And what's interesting here is that you can add different widgets to different user groups. In this way, you can differentiate different traders by their groups. For example, you might want to provide special widgets for your professional traders, and at the same time, you can limit the selection of widgets to your amateur traders, or maybe you would like to add custom widgets for your options traders, in which case you can design a widget primarily targeted at options traders, and then you can create a group called options traders, and then add the new option trading widget to your option trading group. And this might be a very convenient way of differentiating your traders based on their interests, their qualifications, etc. Now let's actually take a look at our new widget. Let's find Stock Purchaser, let's click on it, and here we have our sample widget. We can type in Amazon and click Place. And just like that, our order was placed. And here we have our notifications. But if we take a closer look at the widget itself, we will notice that its design doesn't fit well with the rest of ETNA Trader. For example, this button has a light blue background, while our button looks like a regular default JavaScript button. And of course, we would like to make sure that our widgets look great in order to maintain the consistency of the design. And for this purpose, ETNA Trader offers various styles for different UI elements. Let's take a look at an example. Let's modify our widget. Let's navigate to our button. And let's modify the style of our button by adding a class. And here we're going to set the class to button primary, which is ETNA Trader's default style for buttons like this one. Let's click OK. And now let's refresh the page. And as you can see, the style of the button was changed. And now the widget looks more native. It fits much better in the overall design. And essentially, in this way, you can customize all sorts of UI elements like radio buttons, dialogues, buttons, and so forth. Next, let's try to create a little more complicated widget. For this example, we're going to create a widget that displays information on finviz.com about a specific security. And what's interesting is that we're going to link this widget with our other widgets. And if we select a specific security in our watchlist widget, our widget will automatically display information about the security on Finviz. And we can achieve this linking of widgets by using ETNA Trader's special parameters. Let's create a widget called sample Finviz. And as the markup, let's add the iframe. By default, let's display the information about the Apple stock. Let's click OK and see how it looks. Here we have the Finviz page containing the information about the Apple stock. Now let's see how we can dynamically change the page on Finviz by linking our widgets together. Let's modify the code here. And what we need to do here is change the ticker symbol here to symbol %. When we specify this parameter, we're essentially signaling to ETNA Trader that if this widget is linked with other widgets, and if in those widgets we have selected a specific security, this security should also be reflected in this widget. In this case, if we select Apple elsewhere, the ticker symbol will automatically be changed from symbol % to Apple. If we select Tesla or AT&T, the same thing will happen. Let's try it out. Let's click OK. Let's close this widget. Now let's link our widget with the watchlist widget. Let's select a common color. We're going to go with dark blue. And now, if we select Google, we're going to see Google here. If we select Tesla, we're going to see Tesla, and so on. As a matter of fact, we can go even further and link some more widgets here. For instance, let's add the trade ticket. Let's link it with our other two widgets by adding the dark blue color. And if we click on Tesla, we're going to see Tesla here, and so on. If you would like to learn more about styling custom widgets, feel free to go to our documentation that explains how to add custom widgets. It shows you different examples, explains how to style your widgets, how to change your colors, and so forth. Alright, and the last aspect of customizing widgets that we would like to mention is the ability to customize colors. ETNA Trader enables brokers to configure all sorts of color schemes throughout the platform, and essentially all colors that you see across the platform are loaded from one file. This file contains all of the colors used in buttons, scroll bars, headers, radio buttons, dialogues, and so on. If you would like to customize all of these colors, you can send a file to our support team and they will make sure that your trading terminal looks exactly how you want it to look. For example, if you recall, the style of this button is called button primary. And in the color scheme, it has a similar name. So let's locate the button primary background color. Here it is, and here is its color. Let's change it to something else. And as you can see, all buttons on the screen now have a new background color. And essentially, you can change any color you would like. We have colors for headers, for links, for text fields, for buttons, checkboxes, radio buttons, scroll bars, dialogues, and pretty much any other UI element you can think of. Alright, so that is it for this video. If you have any questions about custom widgets in ETNA Trader, feel free to send us an email at sales@etnasoft.com, and we'll be happy to answer all of your questions. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again in the next video. Bye.